There are quite a few tropes in romance animes, but one of my favorites has to be when the family of the girl or guy loves their significant other way more than their son or daughter. I don't know why, but it's just one of the funniest and most adorable tropes in romance anime. And I think hands down, Horimiya does this absolutely perfectly. So, for context, we are during the Christmas times and the Hori family is having their typical holiday dinner, but of course there's one person missing, and that is obviously Miyamura. But unfortunately, he is working that day at his family's bakery because of the holidays, and when the Hori family gets the news that he most likely won't be here, or at least he'll be here, later on, they're pretty bummed out that he won't be able to stay very long. And even Hori's mom asked if Miyamura's gonna be able to stay for a bit, for the holidays and stuff like that. And Hori basically says, nah, he's probably gonna say hi and then bye, and that's about it. And her mom is pretty disappointed, but makes it very clear that it's not just on the account of Hori. Really, it's not on the account of Hori at all, saying that just because she's not sad, right, that Hori's not sad, it doesn't mean that the rest of them aren't very sad about him not being able to stay. Making it pretty clear that Miyamura is not just hers anymore, he is the entire family's now. And we see this pretty clearly when he shows up saying that he can't stay long, but he can stay for a little bit, but then gets pressured into basically staying an entire hour. And as cute as this was, and as cute as this whole thing was, it also is adorable when Sota and Hori's dad are both trying to basically put on their shoes so that they can follow Hori and Miyamura basically out when they head back to the bakery. But Hori's makes it pretty clear, no, I'm gonna send him off. Go away. Don't worry about this, right? You're not allowed to follow us. I thought that was a really funny thing. And what's crazy about this entire scene and about this episode from Horimiya is that isn't even the cutest part of the episode, right? The whole family loving him, stuff like that. That's not even the cutest part. Because with all this stuff happening and everyone making a fuss over Miyamura and making it clear that everybody loves Miyamura and that he's basically a part of the family, we end up getting something that is one step, or really maybe multiple steps beyond a confession, and that is essentially all happening after when Hori says that essentially she's like, oh, I still want to be with you after we graduate, and yada yada yada, and he ends up taking it the extra yard and he asks her to marry him, capping off what is a pretty adorable family-based episode. And frankly, I would have loved to hear and see the family's reaction to Miyamura essentially asking their daughter to marry him, because I'm sure they would have been ecstatic. They would have been absolutely excited, happy, and all the above, because they can finally call basically Miyamura their son-in-law, not their future son-in-law, not the son they always asked for or always wanted, but now is going to be able to call him their actual son-in-law, or really their actual son, which I'm sure they will jump for joy at that fact specifically. But with that said, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this trope in romance anime, about this whole thing where essentially the family loves the significant other way more. I think it's one of the most W kind of tropes, and also most W things, because that means that if the family loves the significant other, that means the significant other is amazing, right? At least for the most part, that means that the significant other is an absolute freaking W and is just amazing in every single turn that you can possibly imagine. And I think we can all agree that Miyamura in the story of Horimiya is an absolute green flag every single way you can possibly even imagine. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. I know this is a little bit shorter of a video. I was just trying something out, maybe just something simple and something to the point, instead of the longer 12-15 minute video that I do yapping about a specific romance episode or romance anime, whatever. This is not going to become the normal unless y'all really like it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment down below, all that good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, show some love, and that's really all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.